right, so I'm here with my last one best thing from OETC this week. Little different than planned though. My one best thing from today is actually just going to be the one big takeaway I had from the whole week. So I've talked every day about something that was artificial intelligence. I talked about Parlay that uses AI to help guide and push conversations and communication skills with kids, either orally or written. Yesterday's big thing or best thing was school AI that provides chatbots and different things that kids can interact with in a safe environment. And over the last 3 days, the biggest theme of everything I've seen has been artificial intelligence. And so I want to talk about that just a little. Um, AI is a really scary thought, to be honest, in my opinion. We always start with that idea of, do you want Terminators? This is how we get Terminators and Skynet and all the scary things about AI. But I heard a speaker this morning, completely unrelated to the conference I was at. I was at another event before I went to OETC this morning, and he was from Intel. He was their global marketing, global something, um, really big deal at Intel. And he was at this business council meeting that I was presenting at on a panel for, and was talking about AI and their new initiative to educate. And he said a lot of things that really stuck with me, but his main point of his talk was that AI is not to replace a human. AI is to augment our human abilities. It's to make us better at what we do. It's to make us more efficient at what we do. It's to help us hone in on those skills that we need just a little more practice with, or that we may just not have the strengths to do and make us better at those things. He emphasized that before any of the people that are getting education in AI are even allowed to touch programming and machine learning and any of that stuff, the first thing they're learning is ethics and the ethical implications of using AI. And that really, really changed the way I was kind of looking at it, because to hear someone who's very high up at Intel talk about that really made a difference in how I process things. The other thing that I heard at the keynote on Tuesday and then at the keynote again today um, was the idea that if we're not embracing AI as educators, we are actually helping our students miss out. Now, do I think I need to use it every second of every day? No. But the point was that if we don't educate our kids on how to properly use AI, they're not going to know. And they're going to be at a disadvantage to the kids that do know how to use it properly. Now, are kids going to cheat? Probably. But they've been cheating for years. Um, the speaker today at the keynote for OETC said that when Google came out initially, and I remember this, one of the concerns was, oh my gosh, kids are going to cheat. They're just going to look up the answers on Google. And he cited a study where the percentage of students who are cheating is no higher now with ChatGPT than it was when Google first started or before that. Kids who are going to cheat on assignments are always going to find a way to cheat. They're always going to find a way to scam the system. What we need to do is teach them how to use those tools correctly. Teach them how to use things like ChatGPT to help them write things like professional sounding emails, and how to do things like brainstorm and come up with ideas, and then take that information from ChatGPT, analyze it, and then use it for their own purposes. As a teacher, for me to use any kind of AI, it's going to give me the opportunity to personalize things for students much quicker than I could do it myself. I can write questions in seconds that are spectacular, that would take me a lot of thought to come up with. I can provide opportunities for students to talk to anybody I want to. I can build an AI experience for my students by entering less than 3 sentences where they can talk to the main character from Fahrenheit 451. I tried it. It was amazing. I could have never done that in my classroom before. So taking this thing that is very scary and very intimidating, but being able to break it down into how I could use it to make me be a better educator and help other teachers save time, be more efficient, analyze kids' work. You can put a kid's essay into one of these programs, and it can give you strengths and struggles for that kid and specific goals they should work on. You feed your rubric to it, you put the kids' paper in it, because I know when I taught ELA, grading essays was like tedious and time consuming. You can put your rubric in it, You can drop the essay in and it will score it to your rubric. Now, am I saying it's perfect? No. What I'm saying though is its purpose is to make us better. It's to make us more efficient. It's to give us a chance to do things to make our classrooms better. What I really want to do with this is teach people how to use those tools and look at ways to make our assignments AI proof. If we're teaching the same way we've always taught, we're going to get the same results in a different environment. I can give you an essay prompt, and you can take that essay prompt and drop it right into any of those chatbots, and it'll give you a beautiful essay. But if I ask you to apply that knowledge, that chatbot can't apply knowledge. That chatbot couldn't make a podcast. That chatbot couldn't write a story from the perspective, taking your life perspective and adding to it. Our education is going to have to change from being simply retelling and recalling information to applying it to our life, to the real world, to analysis, those types of things that are higher level thinking, teaching kids critical thinking skills, teaching kids problem solving skills so that they can use what they get from things like ChatGPT and Google Gemini and all those tools to make something better. We need to move from, in my opinion, having kids just spout back information to us and making them from being content consumers to being content creators, creating podcasts, creating art, creating music, creating machinery, creating designs for anything. Let's make our focus on making our kids critical thinkers and creators and not just regurgitators of information. So many opportunities are going to come forward with AI, and it's going to just keep getting better. We have to embrace it, or we're going to get left behind. I remember, and I'll stop after this, being told when I was in second, third, and fourth grade, as I sat at my desk, anxious and nervous and concerned and worried with my 100 multiplications tables or multiplication problem timed test, that I had to memorize my multiplication facts because there would come a day when I'd be an adult and I wouldn't be carrying a calculator around in my pocket. I carry a calculator in my pocket every day. The world is changing. Technology is growing. We need to embrace it and not be afraid of it so that we can move ahead. Who knows what it's going to look like in the next 20 years, but I guarantee you, as long as the world's spinning, it's going to change. And we'll definitely have a calculator in our pocket and something that can do a lot of the rote tasks that we think of as nothing every day to make our next days better. Embrace AI and Ed. It's my new hashtag, and I really, really believe it. As always, if you have any questions or any thoughts, please let me know. And I can't wait to share some of the really cool opportunities that I've found through this with everyone.